I've been talking to a lot of people that are asking about what to do in case their house burned down in this fire. And certainly this is not an all-inclusive list, but these are some things that you should keep in mind, maybe 8 or 9 things, just kind of off the top of my head to share with you. The first thing to do if your house burned down in any of the fires in Southern California is to notify your insurance company to start a claim with them, because this will put you up earlier in the queue than if you wait a few days or weeks later. There's so many people that are affected by this. You want to be in the queue early. As weird as that sounds. Secondly, you want to call your mortgage company if you have a loan and ask them to freeze your mortgage until this thing gets figured out. You don't want them to continue to collect your mortgage payment until this gets figured out. The third thing is get tax relief from property taxes. If you live in LA County, you can go to lacounty.gov/emergency to receive notifications about what's happening. You can also go to recovery.lacounty.gov/resources for some resources that the county is providing people if you're in LA County. Next thing is you want to call your utility company and ask them to pause your utilities. Certainly if you have like auto pay or auto deductions that you're not paying, light bills and gas bills and water bills for a house that doesn't exist anymore. So call them and have that turned off or paused at least. Fifth, FEMA has help, even though it's like pennies on the dollar, but you can ask FEMA for some help and get on their list. I think it's like $700-800 or something like that, but hey, it's better than nothing. Next after FEMA is you want to immediately start tracking your expenses. I know it's weird to think about this, but everyone's emotional right now. Everyone's kind of, in this reaction mode of this huge emergency, but the people who are going to ultimately win are people have the most documentation. So every thing that you buy as a result of this fire, things like hotel bills, food, gas bills, any kind of replacement items that you're using, track all of this as much as you can. You should just start a whole new folder on your phone or computer that just says, fire emergency, and just start tracking as much as you can. The more you track, the better it's going to be for you. Like I said, 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now, 2 years from now, because the people with the most documentation are going to be the winners. Number 7 or 8, whatever this is. Speaking of documentation, if you haven't yet, try to get actual photographs of your property damage. If you have a Ring camera or some kind of like camera system in your front or backyard that shows that you had 2 cars or shows that you had equipment in the backyard or whatever it is, the more documentation you can have, photos of the actual damage, the better as well. So you can save that. It's fresh right now. It's going to be very clear right now what the damage is. And you may have to show that to someone who doesn't even live in Los Angeles, 6 months from now to demonstrate what happened. So do that. Lastly, there's some pro bono lawyers that are helping out people. So I don't know any specifically off the top of my head, but you might want to reach out to an attorney that is doing this pro bono to help all the people who are in the Los Angeles area. I guess ultimately, lastly, do your best to be kind. I think everyone's doing that right now, but it's very stressful. People are very stressed. I can't imagine, I didn't lose any of my properties, but I can't imagine living somewhere for 1 week, much less 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and it's just gone. It's here yesterday and it's gone the next day. So please be as kind as you can to your neighbors, your friends, and all of those people that are Angelenos in the Los Angeles area.